Plan ongoing contact and do it. Make a plan for how often you want to contact them. Follow the plan. There's nothing worse, and this is a crazy one. There's nothing worse than finding out a good friend of yours bought a home with another agent because they forgot about that first announcement a year ago. It's bananas, actually. In fact, Remax owns a company called First.io. Some of our agents have been using that and seen tremendous success. We're not really going to talk about it here, but basically what it does, it combs your contact list and scores them. It scores them based on the likelihood of them selling within the next year. And what that does, it gives people an opportunity to focus on the list, call the people on their list that are in the high scoring spot versus low scoring spot. So this way they get back their time. And it's essentially another customer relationship management program, CRM, to manage your contacts. Do some quick list building activities. Get started immediately, constantly add to your center of influence. Get involved in community activities, go to homeowner association meetings. Guys, I want to tell you, I used to live in a co-op. I can't tell you how many deals I've gotten in that co-op building because I lived there and people just knew I was the agent. I was the agent. I would have to say, I would have to admit that probably the amount of commissions generated, and I no longer live there and still generated, it probably paid for the co-op. Mind blown, right? Because I would just talk to people on the block. So homeowners association or co-op boards, be active. If you're an agent and you live in a condo or a co-op and you're not active in there, something's wrong. Be active, that's how you get more business. Imagine then you competed with another agent in that same building and you were just doing mailings and they were just being active. Who's gonna win? They will. Because people talk. Give your business card to the person behind the dry cleaner counter. Heck, I've done that. And I've gotten business. I've received business from the dry cleaner. The dry cleaner, I mean, I would imagine there's a lot of professional people coming in, you know, and all types of professions, by the way. It could be anything because people have uniforms for their job. People have suits, business suits for their job. They talk to a lot of people. So dry cleaner is an amazing opportunity. Did you think of that? It's because if you're going to the dry cleaner and you're not getting any business, then you need to go to a different dry cleaner or you need to ask more questions. I know a team that advertises in a dry cleaner. They pay for the hangers, and when you go in, the hangers say their team name. Wow, isn't that amazing? So many opportunities, my friend. Now we're going to talk about farming a little bit. I like farming, actually. Farming is a tried and true method of prospecting, 100%. Farm is soliciting business from people you don't know or have a relationship with. You may farm in geographic area or neighborhood in a niche market, right? Like co-ops, for example. You might start farming those buildings. High number of units, high potential, high turn. Especially with the average people living in co-ops sometimes live, right? Everyone is on this 5 or 7 year plan. Well, then you should be prospecting ready. Ooh, a little tip over here. I would be sending postcards to people that have lived in co-ops 4 years to 8 years. Why? Ready? Ooh, little nugget alert, tip alert. Why? Well, if it's 0 to 4, they're probably not selling. And if it's 8 to 35, they're probably going to be living there for life. You got that? So if I was going to hit a co-op building or even a condo building, I'd be going after people that have owned their space for between 4 and 8 years. And so, Mike, why would I only have such a segmented market? Why would you hit that? Because why? In farming, and you're spending money on marketing, hard costs, you want to increase the chances, as we mentioned First.io does, you want to increase the chances of success. Increase the chances of success. Most people have the what they call the spray, pay and spray, right? Pay and let's hope that we get a return on our investment. Well, hope, my friend, is just exactly what it is. It's hope. You can take calculated risks, and that extra cash that you save, you can reinvest back into a larger sample, larger number of people that you're reaching out to. So let's start with a neighborhood farm first. Let's start small. If you start with too many homes or contacts, the expense will break you and you'll have to quit. I've been there before, my friends. There's a company, I won't mention the name. I spent $40,000+, legit, real deal, $40,000+, and they promised, we have the data, we have all, stop prospecting today. Don't worry, we have all the data, we know where all the sellers are at. They're just gonna come in and just drop you a boatload of cash. $40,000 because I thought that I'm gonna do a takeover, not one lead, not one. You might find it hard to believe that $40,000 and I didn't get one lead. At the time, there's a lot of competition in terms of getting that marketing message out, and $40,000 was spread across too large of a sample size. I did it more than one time, so I thought I was doing something right, but the problem was it was too large of a sample size. Too many homes were in that sample. But I counted on this company to get me those leads, right? Agents are so, we are, I hate to say it because I'll speak for myself, I am so dumb in the back in the day. I've learned so many lessons. I fell for the trap. Oh yeah, well, no agent ever got this marketing, right? You ever get the phone call? You want to be the only agent on top of Google? Right. They're going to sell you this ad for $250, and they're going to make boatloads. They're going to watch you make boatloads of money. Right, that makes sense. They would sell you something that's going to make you boatloads, and they're going to make $250 a month. Yeah, think about that. I call those the smelling salts. You know, the boxers, they get punched in the mouth, and they're like, "Oh, I need to wake up because I got knocked out." I needed that quite a bit over my career, and I'm still once in a while getting a dose of it. It takes a while to get a response. So budget to be able to continue to mail without a return for up to 9 months. Ready? So many agents think they're going to do a mail out and they expect a return immediately, up to 9 months. Decide on an amount you're willing to invest per month, and then calculate how many mailers per month that would allow. Send at least once a month, but more frequently as you start, and as less often once you're established. Why? Well, because if I mail to someone's house for the first time, I know we're all ego people, right? Oh, Mike, I'm not an ego person. Come on, you're in sales, you believe you're the best, you look the best, your brand is the best, everything's the best. And if you don't, then maybe you don't belong in the real estate business too. You have to believe you're the best, because then guess what? If you don't, then guess what? The consumer doesn't believe you're the best either. So here's the point though. When you send a message to somebody into their house, although you may be the best agent that they've ever seen, and maybe a lot of other people know you because you've seen your signs or advertising somewhere else, but the people you're mailing to that don't know you need to see you more often. That makes sense? I mean, if you're aligned with a big brand like Remax Edge, right? So people recognize the brand. They recognize that on Zillow, there's all the reviews. So there's an established brand piece. But when you're co-branding with them, that's going to lift you up. It's going to lift you up, but you still need to focus on the co-brand. So working with a big brand should allow you to be a little more successful sooner, but you still need to establish your brand as well, as you're the market expert in a farm area. When the farm starts to work for you, expand. See, once that market works, then you can expand it. Because you're gonna extract the return on investment, take money for yourself, and then whatever's left over, you're gonna reinvest it back into building a sample size a little bit bigger. That's how you build a farm. Are we getting it? This is prospecting, the lifeblood.